Hi there.
Hi, I'm Kim.
It's Nate.
Is this Terrence?
Yes, this is my best buddy too.
Oh, cool. You may sit down. What can I help you with today?
So basically I found Terrence about 3 months ago and I've been taking care of him. I just wanted to make sure that he's had all of his immunizations and shots and possibly see if we can find his right or not.
Okay, so we can check if he has a microchip done, and we don't know what vaccinations he has had, if he has had vaccination. So maybe we can just do, we can vaccinate him for everything one time. Also, have you observed anything else in Terrence since you had it for the past 3 months?
I've noticed that he's dry heaving.
He's dry heaving. At what point of the day and how often does this occur?
It happens around the afternoon. I've seen it happen once or twice.
Okay, cool. And can I get, like, what's his diet like? How often do you feed him?
Oh, okay. I feed him pellets in the morning, like a bowl of pellets, and a tray of milk just once in the morning.
Okay, cool. And that's it for the day. No cheese.
Nothing else.
Nothing. Okay, cool. So shall we get started then? I'm going to start with a round of vaccinations, and we can take some blood to see if it's a viral infection or something for the dry heaving. We'll get to that though. So let's get started.
Good afternoon today. I'm Igor from Veterinary Services. I'm quickly going to conduct a quick survey on your consultation experience with Dr. Kim. I just want to find out, were you comfortable with the consultation?
Yes,
the consultation?
Definitely. When I came in, she knew my pet's name, so it seemed like she was very interested.
Do you feel like you had enough opportunity to explain your problem?
Yes, because she asked questions that allowed me to talk on more about it.
Also as well, do you feel like you were listened to?
Yes.
And what did you enjoy and find comforting about the whole consultation?
Oh well, I was definitely welcomed into the office. The consultation was dealt with effectively and efficiently, which is what I liked. If I could change anything, I think maybe she could have interacted with Terrence a bit more before she started the consultation and met the cats, maybe examined the cats. But other than that, it was great.
Mr. Play, thank you very much for your time. I hope you have a nice evening further. Thanks. I'm Kim. So I'm quickly going to interview you about your consultation with today. I just want to find out firstly, did you find it easy or difficult during the consultation?
It was a pretty difficult consultation. Like, I felt pressured to always have the right questions at bay, to be very professional at the same time, to make sure that I had equal interaction between Terrence and Tane as well. So it was like everything in my head was just jumping around everywhere, like, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do that. But I'd say it went pretty okay. Decent at best.
Then also, do you feel like you succeeded in communicating? Did you get enough and relevant information from the consultation?
I think because I was so nervous, I made a checklist in my head to, like, cover all grounds. And I think from the material I had to work with from Tane, from what he gave me to work with in the video, I feel like I did cover all grounds. I asked all the relevant questions that needed to be asked at that time, but there's always room for improvement.
I agree. And then finally, from a student's perspective, what do you feel you learned from the consultation, and what can you take out of it to help you in future?
What have I learned? I've learned that humans can be very intimidating even if they don't try to be, and that I need to be more relaxed and comfortable, because at the end of the day you need to be comfortable in your working environment. If you're not comfortable, then you're not going to be working to your full potential. I feel like I need to learn ways to relax and to be at ease, and maybe I need to ration my time well, because I did feel like I interacted with Tane more than I actually interacted with Terrence. And a lot of owners can feel touched upon that subject, like, I'm bringing my dog in for a consultation, but you're hardly paying any attention to the animal. Instead, you're just focusing on asking questions, which is also necessary for, like, taking history and things. But yeah.
Thank you very much for your time and letting me interview you. I hope you have a lovely evening further.
Thank you. Thank you.
I thought that watching that consultation was super interesting, but I really would like to dive now into the nitty-gritty of it and do a proper evaluation.
Yes, so I think Camira did a really good job by welcoming the clients in, but it did seem very rushed and a bit uncomfortable. I think the client would have been more comfortable if she was more interactive and personal, but I think it was really great that she knew the patient's name before the client even said it, just to show that she's invested.
Yeah. I think we also need to keep in mind that the client is usually quite nervous when they come in for a consultation. So I think what I liked about how Camira did her consultation was that she used everyday relatable language, like using the word cool. And I think that helps put the client at ease and helps to make them feel more comfortable. And I know that some people prefer a more professional consultation, but I think her use of relatable language really worked in this case.
Yeah, and I think what would have helped her a lot, especially after her open-ended question, was to paraphrase what the client said to her, just to allow herself to be more confident in how she interprets things and to also put the client at ease. I also think it was so cool that she voiced her thinking process to make the client feel like he's part of the decision making of his pet.
Yeah, and I also like that she asked more questions relating to the diet, because only then was the problem of the dry heaving even mentioned. You know, so I think it's beneficial to both her and the client to do this, because sometimes the client doesn't necessarily know that something is important to mention, or they may just even forget to mention it because of everything that's going on.
And what would have helped was if she maybe paused a bit after each answer to allow that space to just add something extra. And in this way, it also wouldn't have felt so rushed. And just to show that she is confident in herself and comfortable with silence, and to put the client at ease and allow him to trust her. But I do think she should have asked about financial details, just to get that out of the way. It's really important.
Overall, I think Camira did a really good job. You know, she really tried to make the client feel at ease and really tried to ask the right questions and just involve him in the whole process. You know, considering how nervous she was during her first consultation in front of a camera, I think she did really well.
Yeah, and I think all of us must just remember to relax and just to remember it's a person and just be nice and be personal, and that way you would probably get more from them than you would have otherwise.
Okay, cool.
Okay guys, so after chatting to Yakume earlier about the consultation, I'd really love to know how you guys found this whole experience panned out, especially you, Camira, being our guinea pig for this assignment and actually conducting the consultation. I'm really keen to find out what you personally learned from this experience as a whole.
Firstly, I think I learned that I'm not the only one paying attention in the room. Like when Hubert was interviewing the owner, I was actually quite surprised and shocked at how much attention to detail he actually paid to. And I feel like that stresses how important it is to present yourself professionally and ask the right questions almost. I also feel that on top of asking the right questions and presenting yourself appropriately, that you also owe it to the client to listen to what they have to say, because some of the most important details can be missed if you just rush through the consultation and you don't give them a chance to just fully tell you what's on their mind.
Yeah, I really like what you said about listening to what they have to say, because I feel like if you're too nervous, what we kind of saw in our consultation, it's like you speak and they speak and you speak and they speak, and like you're so scared of silence, and like it's really important to be comfortable in your own skin and be confident, not scared of like awkward silences. And,
I completely agree with you, and even though you didn't get to personally conduct your own consultation, I really want to know like what this experience was like for you despite that.
Well, yeah, I loved watching you. I thought it was so funny. But yeah, like it was great to be able to evaluate your consultation and be like, okay, she should have done this, and this is what we should remember. And so I did learn from it. But I'm kind of not sad, but it would have been nice if I also kind of got that chance. Does that make sense? Because I feel like I would have learned a lot more myself. So it was nice, but I think I could have learned more. That makes sense.
Yes, I think it was like an eye-opener for me as well to see the amount of preparation you actually need for one of these. And what is communication with the client? Like you need to make them feel so comfortable that they tell you as much as they can to fill all the details, because maybe just that small detail can be something that helps with diagnosis.
I agree, it's super important to be prepared for these consultations, but I really want to know what you would have improved with the consultation or maybe done better and why.
I think the consultation was a bit short, and in the future I'd like to extend it a bit. Due to the shortness, we might have missed some information that we could have used in the diagnosis, and that could have helped. And then, because we are quite on the spot when you're in the consultation with asking questions, what was to ask, maybe like a pre-written form could have helped with all the questions that you need to ask. And then, obviously, a consultation, in my opinion, needs to be a bit more hands-on, but under circumstances, difficult for us, we didn't have a real fit.
I completely agree that it's possible for valuable information to get lost, and your idea of a pre-written form, I agree with that as well. One should just be aware that if you use a pre-written form, that you don't get the client, that the consultation don't get too impersonal, and it being only between the vet and the form, or the vet and the animal, that you speak to the client and get his perspective of what is wrong with the animal as well.
No, I think it's a really good idea to have a pre-written form just to help you like keep on track and stuff. But what I really want to delve deeper into is how this experience will affect your life as a vet.
Yes. Well, this whole exercise opened my eyes to the fact that I will one day have to deal with clients that will not be so willing to share all the valuable information, and that I must find a way and structure my consultation in such a way that I draw all the necessary information from the client without being rude. So I must find a polite way to do that, and by getting all the necessary information in that way, I can get to the correct diagnosis for the animal.
Oh wow, Hubert, you took those words right out of my mouth. I just wanted to say, I also feel that through the opportunity given to me of being able to conduct the consultation, I realized that there's a lot more that meets the eye to being a vet, and hopefully someday I'll tackle my future consultations with a lot more motivation and skills at my disposal.
Yeah, I think that's really great, guys. Really great input. And I think in conclusion, we can all agree that this was definitely a worthwhile assignment to have gone through. But in saying that, there were definitely some challenges that we were faced with along the way. One of those challenges was that we each didn't get to do our own consultation, and I felt like that in that it wasn't allowing us to individually grow through this exercise. But one of the positive things was that it forced us to sit back and really think about how we will conduct ourselves one day and how effective we'll be in communicating with our clients. Also, I think that we realized that a good consultation isn't about just asking the right questions the entire time. It's also about forming a bond with the client and gaining their trust so that they don't feel like they're just another number on the list or of patients that you're just going to see that day. And I think after evaluating Camira's consultation, we really got to take away some good points of that we can include in our consults one day, like being open and friendly and transparent, and also some things that we can improve on and include it when we're in that position one day. I think it's also easy to sit back and to say, I would have done it this way, I would have said that rather, I would have asked this question, but you truly don't know how you're going to act in a situation until you're thrown into the deep end and you're dealing with it firsthand. So I think that even though we didn't individually get to do that, we're forced now to really be more conscious about it and think about it now so that we don't wing it one day when we're in practice. I think also another positive thing is that I realized maybe asking a seemingly meaningless question could actually mean the difference between finding vital information and being able to treat a patient, and also to give the client some space to really think about it. I think we all have brought up to think that silence is awkward, but the consultation room can be so valuable because it can really give the client some space to just open up about the situation at hand. So I think that's a really good thing that we all learned. And again, in conclusion, I think that we all learned that a consultation is about balance. It's about balancing gaining the information that you need and asking those questions, and also just, like I said, forming a bond with the client. And it's a technique that's going to take a lot of time and patience and a lot of trial and error. But after this exercise, I really think that we are a lot more prepared and conscious and mindful about our communication with others, and that will only be able to benefit us and hopefully make us better veterinarians one day for our future patients.